Hi, my name is Thomas, and today we're going to talk about how to give a successful speech. Now, there are a lot of things that go into giving a successful speech. You're going to want to be comfortable in front while you speak to everyone. If you're not comfortable, you're going to start fidgeting, and if you fidget, then it's going to be distracting. You don't want well, of course, you don't want any distractions. The more distractions you have, the less people pay attention. The less people pay attention, the weaker your argument. Now, whenever you choose to do a speech, you're going to want to choose a topic that you feel pretty comfortable with. Once again, this is so you don't fidget. Now, another thing that you're going to have to choose, after you choose your topic, of course, you're going to have to do research. You want to do research because if you go on stage and you don't actually know what you're talking about, you're going to end up spewing a lot of, BS. And if you spew a lot of BS, someone, I'm sure, in the audience is going to call you out on it. And then that's going to make you all anxious up there, and it's just not going to end up very well. Now, after you've chosen your topic and you've already done your research, the next thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to figure out who your audience is. The reason you want to do that is because different people react to different information differently. For example, if I were to go on stage and I'm giving a speech to a bunch of people saying how I want the drinking age in America to be higher. I want it to be lower, I want the drinking age to be 18 instead of 21 because 18-year-olds they're just as mature as adults. If you could smoke cigarettes, you could go to war, you should be able to drink. Now, if I say that to a bunch of 18-year-olds, all of them are probably going to be like, hey, you know what? I am mature, and I do want to drink. And they're all going to agree with it. But if I say that to a bunch of parents of 18-year-olds, maybe super strict parents, they're not gonna react to the same information the same way. They might hate it. Therefore, you have to actually make your speech and your argument cater to your audience. That way it's more successful. Now, after you've written your speech, you want to practice it. Now, the reason you want to practice it is because if you don't practice it, you're going to end up making up a lot of stuff off the top of your head. You're going to end up making these transitional sounds like and stuff like that. That's one of those things that just becomes very distracting, and it's going to weaken your entire argument, which is a very bad thing. Now that you have your speech completely written, it's catered to your audience, and you've practiced it a bunch of times, now you're going to have to actually give your speech. Now, while you're up there giving your speech, you want to make eye contact. You want to have looked at everyone at least once. Therefore, everyone knows that they are your audience, that they are the ones that you are talking to. If I give a speech while I look to the left, the left of everything, if I look at the left of the entire audience and everyone in there, but I ignore everybody on the right, the people on the right will feel like it's not catered towards them, and so they're not going to care as much. Now, not after really, because this is all going to happen at the same time during your speech. So, now that you have eye contact with everybody, make sure you're dressed appropriately. If you're giving a formal speech, make sure you're wearing good clothes. Don't go out there in pajamas. It's going to make you look like a bum, and if you're looking like a bum, no one listens to bums, especially about intellectual topics. Also, wear a belt. As simple as that is, wear a belt. I just gave a speech the other day, and I wasn't wearing a belt. I was pulling up my pants throughout the entire thing. Very distracting. No one paid attention. And make sure you're not pitter-pattering. Don't do the same, don't step to the side, don't play with your fingers, don't have your hands in your pockets, anything like that. It makes you look unprofessional. So, since you're dressed appropriately, you've given eye contact to everybody, make sure you have a strong voice. If you don't have a strong voice, make sure everyone can hear you. Everyone in the back needs to be able to hear you just as well as anyone who's in the front. Otherwise, you just cut your audience in half for no apparent reason. The other thing, make sure you have a strong conclusion. If you don't have a strong conclusion, then a weak conclusion makes a weak argument. Let's just leave it at that. So, just cover everything really quick. Know your topic, do your research, practice your speech, and You're going to want to make eye contact and dress appropriately and have a good voice. Okay? If you follow all these tips, you'll be prepared to give your speech. Good luck.